Hello, today is June 28th, 2014. I'm Jeffrey Tennant. Let's talk about the market. After Thursday's trade, we had a few mejt targets. One of them, 1951.23, was an optional target. If it hasn't printed by now, I would forget about it. The software already has because the price is not showing up on the chart. We have a failed target of 1962.53 from a few days ago. Rallies into the close on Friday typically follow through. I think it's likely that we will follow through, satisfy the target, and find resistance over it. There's also a mejt target of 1948.30. The preferred time frame ends early Monday. So if it's going to print in its preferred time frame, we should have an early rally followed by a sharp drop. It doesn't have to print in its preferred time frame, but if it does, that would make a very pretty picture. During the day, mejt said ultimately higher prices would print, which they did. There's a pattern described in my ebook and the manual to the software, which says prices have a high likelihood of rallying into the final hour of trading and even into the close, and that's what happened. The software said this drop wasn't for keeps and that rally wasn't for keeps. There are no new targets for Monday, so we have a likelihood of an early rally followed by a big drop. Let's look at some other stuff not related to the mejt system. Let's start out with a smaller time frame and work our way up. This is a 30-minute chart. To me, the down moves are impulsive and tell us the direction of the next move, and the up moves are slower, overlapping, and corrective. If all goes according to plan, we should undercut the point of the Fed announcement by at least as much as we traded over it, and that gives us a target of about 1910. If we look at a daily chart, this bar is a strong reversal bar, and as long as its high holds, it remains very significant. Unless we gap down sharply Monday, we will have bar 13 of a Tom DeMark sequential sell, which goes along with bar 13 of a Tom DeMark combo sell. If we look at a weekly chart, Friday we completed bar 9 of a 9-13-9 sequential sell signal, which is in alignment with the sell signal on the daily chart. A recycle from here would require almost 100 points higher. It isn't impossible. I don't think it will happen. Monday will complete bar 13 of a Tom DeMark combo sell. There is a recycle, but sometimes the market ignores that. That means we have a very rare situation in which daily, weekly, and monthly Tom DeMark sell signals all will trigger within a day of each other. It doesn't happen often, and in the past it has frequently been associated with major changes in trend. This is associated with a sentiment extreme, which is also compatible with a major high. This is in conflict with the calendar because the week of Independence Day historically is one of the most reliably positive weeks of the year. A conflict like this can create some major moves. This next week should be a very significant week. If we do top here, it could be a very major top which could last years. I think that's a very likely scenario, and if it fails, it should fail in a big way. So this should be a very interesting week. For Monday, the call is we have a good likelihood of an early rally, a sharp drop, and it wouldn't take much for this drop to last years. And that's today's call.